RTL 700, Read to Lead, Lessons for Parents. The single most important activity in building the knowledge required for eventual success in reading is reading aloud to children, from the U.S. Department of Education Commission on Reading. In this session, we will introduce you to the course and the module, Read Aloud to 5 to 7-year-olds. Finally, you'll learn how to overcome challenges in the section, What to Do If, and complete some follow-up activities. Introduction to RTL 700. In this section, we'll discuss the course objectives, the importance of reading aloud, and the course modules. The goal of this course is for you to learn what a read aloud is, why reading aloud is important, ways to help your child with reading skills your child should be learning, how to use what you learn to improve your child's reading, and how to support your child's successes in reading. What is a read aloud? A read aloud is when a parent or teacher reads out loud with a child or children. While any reading is beneficial, the best read alouds are interactive, using books that are on the children's level and empowering them to improve their reading comprehension by engagement and interaction. During the process of a read aloud, the child may read to the parent or children may read to one another. What is the importance of reading aloud to your children? Well, your child is learning to read from birth to 3rd grade, but from 4th grade on, your child is reading to learn, meaning everything they'll do from that point forward requires significant reading skills. However, only 50% of parents read to their children every day, and more than 40% of 4th graders read below their level. 90% of 5th graders spend most of their free time watching television. This course consists of 4 self-paced modules, an introduction to the program, and then modules for children at different ages and stages of development. Each will take about 30 minutes to complete and contains the following parts: a video, a quick check, demonstrations, activities, and then an opportunity for you to reflect in the What I Learned section. More information is at the end of this module. Left in this session is the introduction to this module, Reading Aloud to 5 to 7-year-olds, a discussion of what to do if, a way to deal with the challenges in reading aloud to children, and then information about the follow-up activities for this module. Read aloud with children ages 5 to 7. There are many great reasons to read aloud to young children, even for short periods of time. This session will discuss the developmental benefits of read alouds, developmentally appropriate ways to read aloud, and ways to get reluctant children engaged. In fact, we'll answer the questions who, why, when, what, and how. Reading aloud. Who? Any and all caretakers should read to children, and as the child grows older, this will become highly interactive. The people who should join in include grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, siblings, and guardians. This session discusses reading aloud to children ages 5 through 7, or approximate grade equivalencies of kindergarten through 1st grades. Why should you read aloud to children? Well, your child learns quite a bit from books, and this supports their intellectual development. Your children will learn about words, art, and improve their imagination. They'll also gain skills for future learning, such as listening, observation, and problem solving. Reading aloud with your child also supports their emotional development. Sharing books builds bonds between you and your child, while helping you build skills that will help them to relate to and empathize with others, such as seeing 2 sides of a story and learning to recognize good from bad and right from wrong. Reading aloud with your child also supports their ongoing physical development. Selecting, holding the book, turning pages, and book-based activities will help them develop their fine motor skills, while recognizing words, pictures, images, and their characteristics, such as word sounds, will help a child's visual and cognitive development. Moreover, when you read aloud, you're creating a lifelong love of reading, demonstrating that books are a source of fun and pleasure, a place to learn new things, and gives you the opportunity to set an example that will change your child's life for the better. The reading process is a complex one. Most experts identify three components: meaning, making sense of the text by combining background knowledge, word meanings, and context clues; structure, the way that words are arranged to form sentences; and phonics, the sounds that letters and letter pairs make. Children learn these components from you as you read with them, especially when reading aloud. When should you read with your child? Well, it works to set aside a special time every day so that they look forward to the event. You might want to choose bedtime, nap time, bath time, or even a book over lunch. Make sure to take advantage of times when you both have to wait, like at the doctor's office. At this stage in your child's life, building literacy, they'll begin to copy your reading behaviors, such as telling stories with a beginning, middle, and end, selecting books for supported or even independent reading. And you can encourage them in this by letting them read stories to their dolls, stuffed animals, pets, or siblings. As they become very familiar with the books, they'll begin to identify the words and read to you. But what should you be reading? Well, choose a book with your child. Do it together so that both you and your child will enjoy it, and select a fun topic like animals, trucks, or making friends. Make sure the length of the book matches your child's attention span, roughly 1 minute per year of age, and then read books repetitiously. Read books that use the same word over and over again, and make sure to take the time to read the same book over and over. It will also help if you try to identify characters, authors, or illustrators that your child likes. Characters such as SpongeBob, Curious George, Dora the Explorer, or Olivia the Pig. Make sure you take your child to your public library or their school library so that they can become familiar with different titles and assist you in selecting the books that they like best. So, how do you do a read aloud? Well, first set the stage for reading by choosing a comfortable time and location. If the child did not help you select the book, make sure that you tell them the title and author, and then show them the cover. Maybe ask them what they think the book is about. Then ask them if the title or cover makes them think of any questions that the book might be able to answer as you read it. While you are reading, encourage your child to ask you questions, and then ask them questions about the book, such as what they see in the pictures. For example, where is the cat? What is this word? What color is this? How many animals were there? What does the character or animal say? And then additional questions about the characters and their motivations. As you read, move your finger under the words, or let your child do the pointing. This will reinforce how to read a book, line by line, top to bottom, and lets the child set the pace. You may also have your child identify specific letters or words that they know and read them for you. This creates an interactive experience that will help keep them engaged and help you ensure that they are learning the words. When you are finished reading, discuss the book with your child. Talk about what happened at the beginning, the middle, and the end. Talk about similar experiences that your child has had, things that happened in the book that they're familiar with. And then plan activities that go along with the book, like making cookies or even taking a bath. Sometimes, the best part of your read aloud is knowing when to stop. Don't hesitate to stop reading in order to keep your child interested. Leave them asking for more so that they'll go a little bit longer next time. And stop if your child becomes restless or fussy. This will be discussed in more detail when we talk about what to do if. The ultimate goal is to get your child to read independently and to love doing it. Do this by setting the example. Read yourself. Talk to your child about what you're reading, share what you've learned from reading, and express how much you enjoy reading. Remember, you set the standard for your child's behavior, so be patient when reading to your child, teaching them that it's a trait that they'll need in developing their skills. Remember how much they don't know and set good reading habits and examples. Select a time that you read and your child read independently of one another in addition to reading together, and make sure to give books as presents. But what do you do if the child says he doesn't want to read? Well, try reading just a page or a line and then have the child read or have them make something up. Select a funny book or one with a surprise ending. Let the child select the book. But what if they say the book is too hard? Well, feel free to choose a different book or go down a level to an easier book on the same topic. What should you do if your child gets restless or squirmy? Well, you may want to choose another book. They might not be interested. Stand up and stretch, or finish reading the book more quickly. Sometimes they just need to go to the potty, so make sure that you get that out of the way ahead of time, or take a break and let them go. Remember, 50 years from now, it will not matter what kind of car you drove, what kind of house you lived in, how much you had in your bank account, nor what your clothes looked like. But the world may be a little better because you were important in the life of a child. After this lesson, please take the time to view the demonstration videos and complete one or more of the supplemental activities with your child. We appreciate your feedback, so please post to the What I Learned section and share your successes and reflections. Once you've completed the quick check in What I Learned, please print your completion certificate for this module.